E39 source. This is Nathan here with the 2008 E90 BMW 335i. My dad purchased this car when it was brand new back in 2008. I believe it was October or November of 2008. It is a 6 of 2008 production car, so it is pre-facelift, as you can see by the headlights, the grills, and the taillights, which you'll see over there. The mileage on this car, it is about halfway through 72,000 miles, I believe. I think it's at 72,400 and something, as you can see. Or maybe you can't because of the sun, but it says 72,437 miles. The color of this car is BMW code 475, black sapphire metallic. I'll get it close enough to where you can kind of see the flake there. There you go. As far as things that I've done to this car, the wheels are not factory wheels. Obviously, those are Apex ARC 8s or ARC 8s. I wasn't a huge fan of the way that the wheels looked on the car that were on there. And I've always liked the look of black wheels on the car. That is my first car over there that now my sister drives, so it has black wheels as well. I actually painted those, though. These are actually brand new wheels. They're only about 6 months old, so those definitely weren't cheap, but I think they were worth it because they look beautiful. Wrapped around them, we have Michelin Pilot Sport AS3s. I got the Pilot Sports as opposed to the Super Sports because I'm going to be going to college up in North Texas, and it snows up there. And I needed all-season tires because it rains and snows quite a bit up there. So you might have noticed the Zano decal on there. I do use Zano on this car, thanks to Ryan and many other members of the source recommending it. It is a fantastic line of products, and I don't know how I ever used anything else. I actually just recently, probably about 2 months ago, did a full Zano detail on it. Took the whole day and clayed it. Z2, Z5, Z6, Z8, the whole, the whole line of products. So that works really well. As far as things I need to do, well, first of all, I'll finish up the things that I have done. Blackout trim. This is not, I didn't buy new trim or anything. I used Plasti Dip, actually. I'll layer some photos over right now of me doing that, but basically, if you're going to do something, especially with Plasti Dip on this car, you have to do it right to avoid overspray. So you'll see a bunch of black plastic masking and everything. So I think it looks very good. I also did the front grills up here. As you can see, I really didn't like the look of the grills. I was just going to do the grills, but then I saw someone with the trim blacked out as well, and in combination with the black wheels, I thought it'd be really good, so I actually blacked the trim out while the car still had the factory alloys on it. I'm not quite sure what style they are, I don't remember, but they were not really my style. I kind of like this look. It was between these and the EC7s, but I think these look better on this car and the E46. So you may have noticed that is not the factory bumper. That is an M3 bumper. It is aftermarket, however, I'm very happy with the fitment. I did probably about 3 months of research before I ended up buying the bumper, and I think the fitment is very nice on both sides. The bumper itself was about $450, I would say, and then the paint job was about $400. I had a body shop near me do it that I know did good work. So the reason I replaced the bumper was because a few days after I started driving the car, my foot slipped onto the accelerator pedal from the brake. I was wearing really bad shoes for driving. I was wearing like flip-flops. My foot slipped on the accelerator pedal, and I popped up on a curb and totally trashed the front of the other bumper. It wasn't super bad, but it was definitely bothering me, and I didn't like the way the car looked with it. So put this on there. It's the M3 bumper. It rides a little lower, so you definitely have to be careful of curbs, but I absolutely love the way it looks. I think it's a beautiful addition to the car, and I think it really sets it off. While my dad was driving the car, about 2 months after we got it, actually, we were in an accident on a highway. We were cut off about 3 cars in front of us by an SUV. We were behind another SUV. We stopped in time, luckily, barely. However, someone was texting on their phone behind us and hit us at about 50 miles an hour. So the back bumper was totally destroyed. The trunk lid had to be replaced. Both the tail lights, the right front headlight had to be replaced. The hood had to be replaced, the right fender had to be replaced, the bumper, the grills, a bunch of engine work had to be done because it totally destroyed the coolant system. The left fender as well had to be replaced, and I think that was it. The total damage was about $15,000, however, luckily insurance covered all of that. It was a brand new car at the time, it was about 2 months old, so unfortunately, it does have accident history, and you can kind of see, actually, this line here, this body line, or this panel gap here, doesn't stay consistent. You can see it's actually fairly large here, and then it kind of narrows, which bothers me a little bit, but there's really not much you can do about that. We took it to pretty much the best body shop in town, and that's what they could do. You're never going to get a perfect fix after a crash, but I think it looks pretty good. So that's basically all I've done to the car as far as modifications. Maintenance, first of all, I don't really plan to do any other modifications. However, there are some things that need fixing on this car. Having 72,000 miles on it has definitely taken its toll on some pieces, specifically while my dad was still driving the car. We suspect he was backed into in a parking lot, and the rear bumper is now not aligned correctly. It kind of pops out right here. It pops out quite a bit right here, actually, as you can see. And around the tail light too. However, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is the fact that this paint right here is actually cracked. I'm not sure if you can make that out on camera. Oh yeah, you can. It's just cracked, and the cracks keep getting worse. So before the summer ends, I'm going to take it to my body shop guy. He's going to strip that paint off and repaint the back bumper. That's not going to be cheap, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I might just get a new bumper because of the misalignment issues. That kind of bothers me because I like a really, really clean, classy looking car, which this car is, except for the back bumper. So one thing I definitely am going to replace are the rocker panels, though. The left one, my mom was driving the car, and she backed out of a parking space next to a curb with enthusiasm and actually damaged this rocker panel. So as you can see, it pops out probably close to 1/4 of an inch there, and the bottom of it's all torn up. It tore the right front jack point off, so I actually have to jack it up in the center of the car if I want to get to that. And it wouldn't normally be a problem, but the jack point is like broken off inside, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that. I can probably get it out somehow. This one is also a little bad. I don't think it was backed into anything. I think it's just loose over time because it still moves back into place. So I think I just have a couple bolts to tighten under there. So I don't think that one needs to be replaced, but the right one definitely does. So I think that's about it as far as the exterior goes. On the repair side, I do have a couple things I want to talk about on the interior. Also the gas cap. The inside, so basically there's a little clicky mechanism, a little buffer stop here, and that's broken right now. So the spring like fell out of it, I guess. So I'll have to get another one of those, but those are like $20, so that's fine. And I can still open it. I just have to put a credit card in there to open it, and I hate doing that because I'm like a detail kind of guy. So this is the interior. I think it's very clean for 72,000 miles. I just recently Z9 Z10 the seats and the leather on the doors. And the floor mats are actually a good story. So I need to buy new floor mats. I'm going to buy black floor mats because I think they really look good with the black dash, the black wheel, the black e-brake handle. So I think they look good. And I've seen a bunch of pictures, and I think that's the way I'm going to go. But in the meantime, I have more pressing things to do than that, like the rear bumper and the rocker panel repairs. I'd like to get those done. The floor mats are just kind of an aesthetic thing for me. They're not really dysfunctional at all. So I rented a steam cleaner, Rug Doctor, I guess, not a steam cleaner, for about $30 for the day, and the upholstery attachment for it. And I basically just took like 2 hours and I made these mats look almost brand new. I think they look very good. I mean, they look better than what they did. They're still obviously black in some areas, but I think they look a lot better than they did. So I'll just go ahead and get in the car here. Haven't really done much inside the car. So, as you can see, 72,437, I'm sorry. And if I put my seatbelt on, there are no warning lights in this car. However, there is one big problem right now, and that problem is the headlight. The right front headlight went out intermittently for about 3 months, and I knew something was coming, but I didn't know what it was. So it went out and it never ever comes on anymore. If I turn the headlights on right now, the front left headlight will not be on. It'll probably ding me in a couple minutes, letting me know that. So the problem I'm having is not a bulb. I took the I took the fender liner off. I took that off yesterday. I put the new bulb in, I turned it on, it was progress. It flickered instead of just not coming on at all, but it still does not come on. These are the adaptive by Xenon headlights. So, did a little research, posted on a forum, and looked up some wiring diagrams and stuff like that, and I think I've narrowed it down to being the ballast. So I'm gonna order one of those. That is definitely very pressing because it's actually a functional and legal issue with the car, is the fact that one of the headlights are out, and there it is. That's the warning. I'll take you out and show you in just a second, but I will probably be posting a video on how to change the ballast out because I haven't found one on YouTube and I think it would be useful, so I'll probably make one. This does have the wood trim inside, and it obviously does have a tan interior. As you can see, I like the tan, but I think I would like black better, just because it's easier to keep clean, and I think the black on black car look is always, I think it looks very good. However, not going to be picky because this is a beautiful car and I love it. Something I need to address is something you probably aren't going to be able to see. Well, you can kind of see it right here, is the scratches in the tint on both the driver and passenger side. It's definitely worse on the driver's side, and you can see the shadow of the scratch right here. Basically, the I guess the felts that BMW used to go against the tint are terrible. They don't really work that well, and they end up scratching your tint. This is very nice tint, and it was scratched, so I'm gonna have to have that redone. The back windows are scratched as well. I'll probably have those redone because it just bothers me to see that. So that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to get that done. It is an automatic 6-speed with the ability to go into a manual shifting mode via either the gear selector here, which is up for going down a gear, and pulling it towards you to go up a gear. You can also do the paddles on the steering wheel. However, these are not the traditional paddles with up on the right and down on the left. Going up gears will, there you go. Going up gears, you push the paddle away from you. Or I'm sorry, going down gears, you push the paddle away from you, and going up gears, you pull the paddle towards you. Which is kind of it's different, and BMW got rid of it because, and both of them work that way, so. BMW got rid of that for a reason, and I think I know what that reason was because I'm not a huge fan of it, so. Anyways, I'm not having any parking brake issues yet. The parking brake still holds the car very well. However, I'm going to have to do front and rear brake pads in about 6,000 miles, I think. I have a spreadsheet of all the things that I have done to the car, and I have a chart on things that I need to do in the service, or the intervals that I need to do them at. I do all my own work on this car unless it's something huge and major. The only thing I wouldn't do on this car is like a rear main seal or something like that. I would probably do a valve cover gasket, but that's as far as I would probably go. I'm experienced. I've definitely done a lot to that Durango, and my dad and I are actually restoring a 84 Porsche 911 right now, but as far as the modern German cars, I'm not super experienced. So it does have the BMW Professional audio system and automatic climate control and everything, pretty much everything that came with the 335. I do have the window sticker. I'll get that out in a couple minutes. Something else I need to repair is this piece right here. It's very easy to pop out. You just slip a trim removal tool back here, and it has these little clips that just pop out. Pull that out. I need to replace it because the soft touch material, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like peeling off and it looks really bad. And the soft touch material has completely peeled off the cup holders. So it was peeling off really bad. So I have my sister just take her nail and take it all off, and it's not color matched anymore, and it bothers me. Cup holders still work, and for being a BMW, well, they kind of stick like that, but for being a BMW, it doesn't have that bad of cup holders. I know historically German cars have terrible cup holders, but this one actually isn't that bad. It does have the memory seats with the manual thigh extension there. That's about it. It does have comfort access. I'll show you that in a second. But basically, comfort access is where if you have the key in your pocket, press your foot on the brake and press the start button, and the car will start automatically, as well as being near the trunk. And if you press the trunk button, like on the trunk to open it, on the trunk lid, it will open, and going up to the doors and putting your hand on them unlocks them, and walking away from the doors and putting your hand on top of them locks the doors. I would like to do a BMW alarm system retrofit on this car, but unfortunately that's about $300, and I'd have to get it coded after that, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Something else that I need to replace in this car is this right here. My dog, last time he was in here, unfortunately I do have to tow dogs around in this car. It kills me to do so, but what are you going to do? I'm a teenager and I have to run errands. So this part and this part, he actually started chewing that up, and I didn't realize it because he wasn't making any noise doing so, so I'm going to have to replace those, but those are very, very cheap parts. I think it's like $40 for that whole piece, so it's not a big deal. On the interior of the car is this trim piece right here. I didn't replace it, I actually took it off and plastic dipped it myself because the trim piece is $90, and that's ridiculous. The black soft touch material had started peeling off of it, and it was really an eyesore, so one day I just took some steel wool, little high grit sandpaper, got all of it off, and cleaned it with some isopropyl alcohol, and took these little metal pieces off. It's just unscrewing with a Torx I think it's E15, if I remember right, and yeah, so you don't even have to take out the airbag. I did disconnect the battery just for peace of mind, because I was messing around near the airbag, but you don't have to do that. I was just being a little cautious. I'm going to turn my lights back. It does have automatic lights. I like that a lot. My last car did not. So I'll just do, I guess, one final walk around of the car. As far as more videos, I'll probably post an update when all of those, or at least some of those pieces that I mentioned in this video are done. So you'll definitely be seeing more of this car. As far as DIYs, I'll do a couple. I will submit them and see if the guys at the source put them up. If they're not useful, like it's just a cup holder DIY or something that's very obvious, I'm not going to post something like that. But you know, I might do an oil change DIY, only there's about 1 million of those. I might do, when I have to do diff oil, I might do that. When I have to do transmission oil, I might do that. But basically, this is the car. I love this car, and I plan to drive it into the ground. This is the car, and this is my baby. I try to wash her as often as I can. However, the Z7 is expensive, and it doesn't, as you can see, rain is not a huge problem here in Texas. And this is just the original window sticker for the car. I do fortunately still have this. My dad kept very good records of all of the maintenance done both at dealerships and independent shops, such as the bodywork after the crash. And I intend to continue doing that because I think it adds value to the car, and I don't think I ever will, but should I ever want to sell this car, that is definitely something that at least I as a buyer would look for. So this is the original window sticker. The base price of the 335 is $39,300. Black Sapphire Metallic, the premium package, which includes the BMW Assist, which is very nice, and the garage door opener, the Home Link. Couldn't think of the name of it. The sports package, let's see, the automatic transmission, the comfort access, and cruise control was included, the iPod and USB adapter, which I actually don't use anymore. Satellite radio with 1-year subscription. I do need to renew the satellite radio subscription. I have it now. I need to renew it. It expires in August. The destination charge was, I'm sorry about the wind here, destination charge was $825, bringing it to a total of $48,045. That's what this car costs brand new. Consumption, 17 city, 26 highway. That's probably about accurate. Most of my driving, fortunately, I don't have to go on the highway a lot for school. However, once I get to college, that will definitely change. But I probably average around 17.6, 17.7 miles to the gallon in this car, and I know that doesn't sound good at all, but unfortunately, with the twin turbocharged inline 6, you're not looking, if you buy that, you're not looking for an economical car. So I'll show you the comfort access here. As you can see, the door is currently unlocked. There's a ribbed pattern on the top of the door handle here, so if I just place my finger on that, you'll hear the doors lock, and that's all there is to it. So if I walk up to the car and would like to get in, the key is just right here in my pocket. So basically there's a sensor on the back of the door handle. All I have to do is walk up, place my hand on the door, it unlocks, and you open the door. And that automatically starts adjusting your seat for you based on the key that it detects. So that's pretty cool. However, I'm the only driver of this car right now, so I only use the one key. So I almost never have to move the seat unless my mom needs to use the car for some reason. So that's about it for my video. So thank you for watching, and you'll definitely be seeing more of this 2008 E90 335i. This has been Nathan, and thank you for watching.